everyone. Today we are going to do another important part of grammar that is also very important part. You all have heard about it, what it is. That is direct and indirect speech. Now what is the difference between direct and indirect speech? This is also known as reported speech in our grammar. So when I say this thing, he said to her, okay, I have done my work. Now there is the direct communication when the person is directly standing in front of you and you are talking to that person. This is direct speech. But if I say this thing that he said to her that he has done his work. Now you see the speech has rotated and has come to the third person. Reported speech is direct when you are communicating face to face. And indirect, your speech has approached to the other person in indirect way. Now, what are the basic rules to do it when you are doing direct and indirect speech? First thing is there, reported speech is divided into two parts. Most important thing to remember, that is reported verb and reported speech. Now what it is, this is a basic part of reported direct and indirect speech. Verb, okay. Now listen very carefully because normally we do mistakes because we avoid these main points. Verb. If the verb is in present tense, whether the verb is in past tense or the verb is in future tense. Now three things are there. Now speech changes according to the verbs. Just like you are given reported verb, he says to her. Now the verb is in present tense. There will be no changes in the tense. If I am saying reported verb is in future, just like you are given, he will say, I have done my work. Again, there will be no change in the tense. So when the changes are going to be? The changes will be there only when the verb is in past tense. So most important thing to remember, changes, so automatically we have to learn. But the basic thing is there, when the reported verb is in past tense, means you are given past tense, then only the changes will be there in the tense form. This is, again I am repeating the thing, if you are given reported verb in present tense, there will be no changes in the tense. If you are given reported verb in future tense, again there would not be any of the changes in tense, but if you are given reported verb is in past tense, then only the changes will be there. Now what will be the changes that automatically we are going to do today, obviously, but along with the changes, I will just come to one more thing, that is changes of persons. Always we forget this point. We basically come on the tense change. We forget about persons. But before we start with the person, I will just tell you a very simple brief formula of that. But first thing is that how many persons are there? There are three persons that we obviously know. First person, second person, third person. First person, I, means the person who is speaking. Second person, to whom he is speaking. And third person, about whom, just like we are speaking. So first person, I, we, me, my. Second person, you, who is listening to me. And third person, he, she, it, they, those who are not present in front of us. There are three persons. Now what are the changes which are also important along with the tense? Always remember three things. SON 1, 2, 3. This is a very basic and common formula if you have in your mind. In reported verb, there is, just like you are given, he said to her. After that there is speech given. Okay. So in reported verb, there is one subject. Okay. Then there is one object. Right. In reported verb, there is one subject and there is one object. Now coming to the changes. SON, why I have written here? That in reported speech, this is reported verb, this is reported speech. In reported speech, if you are given first person, it will change into subject. First person into subject. Similarly, if you are given second person, it will change into object. Okay, but if you are given third person, it will remain same. It will not change. So if you are going to keep this thing in mind, that in reported speech, if you are given first person, it will change into subject. If you are given second person, it will change into object. If you are given third person, it will not change. This is also very important part of reported speech when you are changing the speech. Okay, now coming to the change. Just like I told you, if reported verb is in past tense, then only the changes are going to be there. So what changes? Tense changes, persons, so automatically you will change. Subject into first person to subject, second person to object, third person, no change. If you are given present tense, it will become past tense. In present, just like you are given is, am, are. So the changes will be there, was, were. Okay? Correct? If you are given will, it will become would. If you are given shall, it would become should, can, could. So ultimately what is going on? If you notice, present is changing to past. Present is changing to past. I am repeating again, reported verb in past tense, then only the changes will be there in the tense. Present will become past. Clear? Now, what the thing is to be remembered, just like has will become had. When we are changing, present tense will become past, but if you are given past, it will become past perfect. Always remember these 3 points. Present tense will change into past, past will change into past perfect, present to past, past to perfect. How? Is, am, are, was, were. Now if you are already given was, were, had. What is past perfect? Had. So remember, tense changes. Tense changes will be very simple because this is a very simple thing to remember always. Change of persons, first person to subject, second person to object, third person will not change. Present tense will change into past, past will change into past perfect. That's only, and that is only if you are given past verb. Don't be in hurry to change. Notice the verb because normally we avoid this thing. Okay, so this thing is going to be when you are changing, just like I'm just taking one sentence, just like you have given, just for the things which we have learned here right now. He said to her. So the sentence is, I have done my work. Okay, this is the statement. Now listen. What is the subject here? He. Okay, what is the object? Her. Clear? So what I told you, the change of person, I is what? I is first person. So first person changes into subject. What it will become? He. So he said to will become normal statement. It is he told her. Most important thing to do. When you are changing direct into indirect, you have to remove the commas and you have to write there that. Clear? He told her that I will become he. Just like I told you, present will become past. He had done. My again is first person. It will again change into subject. He had done his work. Full stop, comma. You are not going to write the commas here because you have replaced commas with that. This is the simple change which we do. Okay. Present to past, past to past perfect. Past perfect will not change. Just like you are given shall, should, can, could, may, might. Okay, but if you are already given should, it will remain should. If you are already given had, it will remain had. It will not change further. It is like that. So, when you are doing it, but one more important thing is there. Just like he said to me, okay, the earth revolves round the sun. Now, when basically I told you that if you are given the verb in past tense, so ultimately the changes are going to be there. But another thing to remember, habitual truth and universal truth are never going to change. It will remain same whether you are given verb in present tense, past tense or future tense. It will not change. The earth revolves around the sun. This is universal truth. So it will remain same. There is no changes. Remember always, tense will change, but universal truth and habitual truth will never change. It will remain same whether the verb is in present tense, past tense or future tense. No changes. So he told me, said to will be become told. He told me that the earth revolves around the sun, because this is universal truth. It will not change. The second part that we have done, first is the change of tenses, then the universal, and is that habitual action never changes. Another, there are so many things of direct and I will take interrogative, because this is a vast, you can say that, topic which I cannot sum up in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I will just take interrogative sentences only. Then the another one we can do in the next session. I am just telling you one thing, interrogative. Just like you are given the statement, he said to me. Okay, where is my book? Okay, this is one question. Another question is, he said to her, comma, can you lift this? Okay, what is the changes? What is the difference in that? This is also a question, this is also a question. But when we are changing this interrogative statement, these are having different meaning. Why? Now, always a very simple thing to remember, whenever you are given WH skeleton and when you are getting a particular authentic answer, okay, then you are not supposed to write any of the adjoining statement here, adjoining word here. When you are getting answer in yes or no, that time you are going to write it. So simply see that, just when this statement is there, he said to me, where is my book? So I am changing like that. Said to will change into ask. Okay, he asked me. Clear? There would not be any of the conjunction. It would start as, you just remove the commas, it will become where. Okay, he asked me where. Now what is the change here? Very minute thing. You have to bring the subject here and take the verb there. And then you make the statement. You are changing interrogative into an assertive statement. How? Where normally what mistake we do? He asked me, where was my book? No, this is wrong. You have to bring the person first and then take the verb after that. Do the change later on. Where my, just like I told you, my is what? My is first person. The first person changes into subject. Subject is he. Where his. Okay. His book is will change into was, full stop. Always remember this thing. When you are changing interrogative into assertive statement, you have to bring subject first, take the verb after that, then you do the change. Where my book was. Just like another statement can be that he said to me, why are you late? So he asked me why I was late. Okay, R will become into was, but first thing is that I will come first. So when you are changing where, you are not supposed to write any of the helping word. It will remain same. Now another question which is there, can you lift this? The answer will be either in yes or no. How it is? He said to her, can you lift this? So he asked her, okay. Now here the changes. Here I have not written any of the connected. But if you are given the question starting with modal verbs having answer in yes or no, then you are going to write if or whether. If or whether. He asked her if. Again I told you the subject first, verb later on. You is second person changes into object. Just like I told you as ON 1, 2, 3. So first person change into subject, second person changes into object. This is second person, it would change into object. So what will be there? He asked her if she. Can will change into could. If she could lift, this will change into that, full stop. Okay, so interrogative are having both the different changes which we have to do, obviously, which we will do, and that means when we are having the session of direct and indirect speech, completely we will do interrogative. Then we will do imperative sentences when you are given suggestions, when you are given commands. Then we will do exclamatory sentences. Many things are done. So in one session, so we cannot conclude. So I will just sum up what we have done today, that only in one session for direct and indirect speech. First of all, if your reported verb is in past tense, then only the changes are going to be in reported speech. Okay, so the speech present tense, if you are given, it will become past, past will become past perfect. Okay, that would be the changes here. Then we have done second point, universal truth and habitual action never changes whether the verb is in present, past or future. Then we have done interrogative forms, when you are given the question having a proper answer, and when you have to write the question with the modal verb starting. Okay, so in detail about interrogative and imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences we will do. And one more thing to remember always, persons also, first person, second person, third person. First person changes into subject, second into object, third person doesn't change. So just only the recap, we hope we will do tomorrow, and the next interrogative and imperative sentences we will do tomorrow. Thank you so much.